Nobody thought this day would actually come. After 8 unforgettable seasons, a championship, countless records, and one of the greatest individual runs in NBA history, LeBron James is officially moving on from the Los Angeles Lakers. For years, it felt like LeBron would finish his career in purple and gold. Even when the Lakers struggled, it always seemed like they would find a way to build another contender around him. But now, that chapter has officially come to an end. The biggest question in basketball is no longer whether LeBron is leaving. It's where he's going next. Every fan base believes they have a chance. Every contender is wondering if adding one of the greatest players to ever touch a basketball could be the final piece to a championship. And today, we're breaking down why LeBron decided to leave the Lakers, what it means for the NBA, and which teams have the best chance of landing him. Before we start talking about the future, we have to appreciate what LeBron accomplished in Los Angeles. When he signed with the Lakers in 2018, the franchise had missed the playoffs for 5 straight seasons. For one of the most successful organizations in sports, that was almost impossible to believe. The pressure was enormous. Some people questioned why LeBron would leave Cleveland after delivering a championship. Others believed he came to Los Angeles more for business opportunities than basketball. But LeBron had a different vision. That vision became reality in 2020. Inside the NBA bubble, the Lakers battled through one of the most difficult seasons in league history and captured the NBA championship. LeBron was named Finals MVP, proving once again that when everything is on the line, he still knows how to deliver. It was his 4th championship and another defining moment in a career already filled with legendary performances. After that title, however, things slowly started to change. Injuries piled up. Roster changes never seemed to work the way the organization hoped. Some seasons ended with disappointing playoff exits, while others ended before the playoffs even began. Despite putting up incredible numbers deep into his career, LeBron was often forced to carry more of the load than any player approaching his age should have to. Now, after everything he gave to the Lakers, the partnership has officially come to an end. It's the closing of one chapter and the beginning of another. The question everyone is asking now is simple. Where does LeBron James go from here? Now let's talk about the biggest question of all. Why would LeBron James leave the Lakers? While only LeBron and the people closest to him know every reason behind the decision, there are several basketball factors that likely played a role. For the past few seasons, the Lakers have struggled to build a consistent championship contender. Injuries, roster changes, and constant turnover made it difficult for the team to establish long-term chemistry. Even with LeBron continuing to play at an elite level, the results simply weren't what the organization or its fans expected. For a player who has spent nearly his entire career chasing championships, every remaining season matters. At this stage of his career, LeBron isn't thinking about 5 years from now. He's thinking about the next opportunity to compete for another title. That brings us to the teams that could realistically make a move. The first team that immediately comes to mind is the Cleveland Cavaliers. A return to Cleveland would be one of the biggest stories in NBA history. It's where LeBron was drafted, where he became a superstar, and where he delivered the city's first NBA championship. While a reunion would create an incredible storyline, the Cavaliers would still have to make the financial and roster pieces fit. Then there's the Golden State Warriors. For years, LeBron and Stephen Curry battled on the biggest stage in basketball, creating one of the greatest rivalries the league has ever seen. Now imagine those two sharing the same backcourt. It sounds almost unbelievable, but that's exactly why fans can't stop talking about it. Their experience, basketball IQ, and ability to elevate teammates would instantly make them one of the most watched duos in the NBA. Another interesting possibility is the Miami Heat. LeBron won 2 championships there and helped build one of the most dominant teams of the modern era. Returning to Miami would bring his career full circle, but the Heat would still need to find a way to build a roster capable of competing for another championship. Of course, there are other teams that could surprise everyone. Every offseason brings unexpected moves, and LeBron's decision has the potential to reshape the entire NBA. One signing could trigger a chain reaction that changes the balance of power across the league. Wherever he ends up, one thing is already clear. This isn't just another free agent decision. It's one of the biggest moments of the NBA offseason, and every team, every fan base, and every front office will be watching closely until the final decision is made. Now let's get to the question everyone is asking. Where will LeBron James play next season? There are plenty of teams that fans have thrown into the conversation, but after looking at the roster fits, championship potential, and the current state of the league, I've narrowed it down to my top 3 destinations. At number 3, the Miami Heat. This would be one of the most emotional reunions in NBA history. LeBron won 2 championships in Miami and helped build one of the greatest teams of the modern era. If the Heat now have Giannis leading the way, adding LeBron to that core would instantly create one of the most dangerous teams in basketball. The experience, leadership, and playoff pedigree of that group would make them an immediate championship favorite. Returning to the city where he won his first titles would also bring LeBron's career full circle in an incredible way. Coming in at number 2, the Cleveland Cavaliers. Sometimes the best stories write themselves. Cleveland is where LeBron's NBA journey began. It's where he became a global superstar, and it's where he delivered one of the greatest championship runs in league history by ending the city's 52-year title drought. Imagine him returning one final time with another chance to compete for a championship. It would be one of the most iconic endings any athlete could ask for, and Cavaliers fans would welcome him back with open arms. But my number 1 destination is the Golden State Warriors. I know it sounds crazy, but from a basketball perspective, it makes too much sense to ignore. For nearly a decade, LeBron James and Stephen Curry defined an era of NBA basketball as rivals. They battled in 4 NBA finals and pushed each other to legendary heights. Now imagine those two sharing the same jersey instead of competing against each other. LeBron's playmaking would fit perfectly into Steve Kerr's offense. Stephen Curry's shooting would create more space than LeBron has had in years. Draymond Green would handle the defensive communication, while LeBron could focus on doing what he does best: controlling the game, creating opportunities, and taking over when it matters most. Even at this stage of his career, LeBron's basketball IQ remains unmatched. Pairing that with Curry's gravity and Golden State's championship experience could immediately make the Warriors one of the favorites to win another NBA title. Whether I'm right or completely wrong, one thing is certain. The moment LeBron announces his next team, the entire NBA changes overnight. Championship odds will shift, jerseys will fly off the shelves, and one franchise will instantly become the center of the basketball world. The LeBron James era in Los Angeles is officially over, but the final chapter of his legendary career is still waiting to be written.